Hey kids, you like that rock and roll?
Don't worry, don't be afraid, ever. This is just a ride.
On the program this evening,
Four Brothers Podcast.
Welcome to the Four Brors Podcast. Today's guest is an NI comedian, and you know he's up and coming. He's fucking doing his thing. He's you've got a gig coming out. It's Pete Giffen. I'm gonna start that again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a human on the podcast. He's got 2 arms, 2 legs. He inhales oxygen.
Right? I had a class intro, and I just decided not to do it at the last minute, and I couldn't think what to say. I'm just gonna say my class intro.
Oh, fuck. That's fucking ridiculous.
Welcome to Four Brors Podcast. False start. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest today. He's an NI comedian. He makes the women wet. He makes the dicks stiffen. It's Mr. Pete Giffen.
Yeah, that's a bit better.
Guys, thank you very much for having us. This is lovely.
Thanks for coming on.
What a beautiful intro.
Yeah, you know.
I love its first take.
I checked out of it the first time. I didn't know what to got. What's the crack, mate?
It's all very good. It's good to be here.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
Lurking, man.
Lurking, man. So I'm used to being surrounded by balaclavas in this position. A few lights flashed in my eyes. Thanks for making me feel at home.
Do you owe us money?
Look,
No, is that
that
Justin?
money was just resting in my account.
Oh, fuck me. So you have got a big gig coming up.
Yeah, 30th of November in the Limelight.
Nice.
Is this your first solo show then?
So I did solo shows last year, but I did them in Lurgan, so I can't.
There was sort of hometown sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I did it like in like the local hotel in Lurgan,
Yeah.
which doubles up as our nightclub. Where, like everyone used to go when we were like 16, 17,
Yeah.
18. Like,
Yeah.
So we did 2 of them
Wasn't too
last
hard
year.
like filling that out then because it's your hometown.
It was easy enough, like, do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because people were just like, oh, we'll go up the road to see him. So then
Yeah.
this year I was like, do you know what? I'm going to test myself, going to put up in Big Smoke.
Yeah.
So I did in Limelight. So it's
The
30th of
Limelight's
November.
like that's like the venue.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like
Is this your first time playing Limelight, is it? Yeah.
So I did support for. Do you ever see Jimmy Hutchinson, the comedian?
Yes,
The ginger
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
He's quite hilarious.
Yeah, I did his tour support in Ireland.
class.
Right.
So I opened for him in the Limelight, and then about a year or 2 ago, I did like a BBC competition.
Right,
in there.
okay,
But I've never done it like in my own right.
Like your own,
If
like
you know what I mean,
headlining
like,
show, yeah. Nice
But
one.
I'm looking forward to it, like, but I'm also shaming myself by
Yeah. But that's good, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
You have to be. You have to
Yeah,
shit
have
yourself.
to.
That means you're fucking.
Means you care about it, doesn't
I
it?
think like everything, anything you ever do that's worth doing, you have to be nervous. Like otherwise, it's like, what are you doing it for then? You know,
Like, see the gigs we walk into and you acting fucking Billy Big Balls.
Yeah.
They're the ones you die in your hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the ones that you're sitting shitting yourself beforehand.
I always
you actually
find
do well in.
I always find if anything that I've ever done on stage, because we used to be musicians as well, I'm shite myself all the way from the morning up until the fucking however long you do it on stage, and that stage time you're just in the element.
grand.
Yeah,
And
once you
then
get on,
after
you're,
you're high,
when you're going, you're
You
sweet.
can't think about the nerves
Yeah.
anymore because you have to think about what you're doing on
Yeah.
stage. You know.
Thankfully, I don't get too nervous off the day.
Yeah.
I get nervous maybe 15 minutes before going on.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I'd be
too
the
bad,
same.
like, do you know what
That's
I mean?
good because you can put your head away all day long. Like I used to, like just sit there all day long, just sweating and
But
just like.
do the nerves stop when you get on stage, or like 5
Do for
minutes
me.
into the set, or like you know?
Depends how well the gigs go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
Like, no, the majority of the time the nerves do go away as soon as you get on. As soon as you get like a first laugh, you're like, sweet. Even if it is a shite gig, you're not really nervous anymore.
Aye, because you're doing it. Like.
You're just sort of like,
You're doing
in
it,
it,
like.
like.
And it
Doesn't really get any easier then.
It doesn't, mate. It definitely doesn't.
And it
I don't know.
shouldn't.
I can't speak for everyone, like, but it
Yeah.
doesn't for me. Like.
Some
It's
people
the same
do.
as like fucking like that, you know, the top pinnacle of UFC fighters, you know, and they're like
And that's
before the
exactly what I compare myself to.
fight, you should. And they're like, you know, like 5 minutes before the fight, they're like, "What am I doing? I shouldn't be doing this."
Yeah.
You know, I'm fucking shit myself. All of them, and they're like, if you don't feel that, something wrong.
That's one of the many similarities I have with Francis and Ghana.
That's it. You know.
With so much
And
in
the dick
common. like.
size,
The dick size,
yeah.
dick size.
Yeah,
Dick
and
size.
colour.
Yeah. Paddy McDonald.
Frostbitten.
He's a bit sickly today. Just.
Yeah, caught it in the door.
Would your fucking head come off like your nail? You know, your belly and just drop off.
That's how circumcisions happen.
Yeah, just catch
close
him in
it
the door.
like.
Well, I clip mine all the time, you know, like with nail clippers. So
You clip your dick.
Your
clip,
dick?
clip it like, you know,
For what purpose?
just too long. You know?
I file mine down.
Yeah.
Like a wee woman.
Get a what would it be, a fucking dick cure?
How have you been enjoying the podcast though? How long have you been going now?
Just over
quite a
a year.
while.
This is episode 61.
Man,
61.
And it's out,
Doesn't feel like it.
We've been
No?
consistent, like
Longer or less?
Longer.
Longer?
Less
You
for
think-
me.
you think
Yeah,
less?
it feels like 2 seconds.
Well, it feels longer than 61 episodes, but
Yeah, fair enough.
but I don't know. It's strange, like,
is
but
strange.
it's
It just doesn't seem like so much has happened since
yeah.
in our wee micro bit of doing the podcast.
Yeah,
do you know
very
what I mean? Of like just sitting on a floor, deciding to record ourselves talking,
Yeah.
doing it and all, you know. And in my head, anyway, it was like no one's ever going to listen to this. This
Yeah.
is literally just going to be our wee bit of therapy every week.
Yeah.
And then we're like, here, you know what I mean?
These are flying. That's good to see. Like,
it's we're just trying our hardest to graft away at it, like, and just be consistent. That's
Yeah.
it, like, and
Just keep going.
I mean, apart from this week, you get good guests.
Come on.
the best guest so far. We do see. There'll be a clip in here. It'll fucking millions.
Blow us up.
millions.
Blows up. That's all it takes now. One clip and you're viral, isn't it? Like,
Mad, like.
Yeah, yeah.
But we were like,
insane.
there you go.
Oh, I
Clip-
fuck.
Get that clip.
What's the crack with her? Like,
I don't know. She's a crack baby.
do you see some of the rumors about her that like she's like an industry plant and all this stuff, and like she used to.
Seen that?
I think it's a load of shite. But she
I
used to
think
work
so, like-
for what do you call the fucking Israeli IDF?
Did you?
Apparently, she did like
Irish
it?
Defence Force.
what do you call it, like conscription or something for the fucking IDF? Now, it's probably bullshit, like,
You
but
never know.
Love the
the fun lie to tell people, like,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
But
now,
it's like-
now she's got a podcast with Whitney
Yeah.
Cummings, so
Well, she's
Is she
only on
comedian?
one guest.
Going well.
she's stand up, isn't she?
Who?
Whitney Cummings.
Whitney Cummings, yeah.
But do you know what? Hawk to a girl probably will do stand up at some stage. Like,
Yeah, she probably will.
Have you seen the podcast?
I've seen clips of it.
She's saying
Strange, like, but it appeals to maybe a certain audience,
yeah,
like,
women.
yeah,
A lot of women. No, but seriously.
yeah. They
She
would-
does this thing. I don't know. It's like
I'm
she's
watching.
almost doing like a baby voice. Do you know what I mean? by
Yeah,
that? Like,
yeah, I do know what you mean.
That's I don't know. I feel a wee bit noncy watching it. Like it's a bit strange. It's like you're a grown woman. Why are you talking like a child? Like,
Yeah.
it's,
She's a crack baby, isn't she?
Is she? Yeah.
So her mom was like.
oh, she was saying she was raised by a granny and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so her mum took crack throughout her pregnancy, and that's why she's a bit.
a bit hawk too.
Yeah.
Stick a needle in that thing.
Yeah, but I think every fucking episode she's like trying to come up with a new Hawk too. She's trying to
Oh,
like,
right,
she's trying to get a
like sound
phrase
bite,
out there.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like it's cringy to watch.
She
Like.
is all right.
She's the Texas Shazzy Shankle. Like,
Oh fucking
Yeah.
she
actually is.
That's it, you know.
But like that all being said, it is fun to make fun of people. Like fair play. Like she's made, what is it, 3 million so far?
Is she?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
3
look at
million
that
so
dude.
far.
That's the way to do it. Like,
And she
you
gave
know,
half away to dog shelters, so like
fair play.
can't hate on it. Like
the best you can hope for if you go viral in this country is like you get 50% off at Sandra. Like, we don't have the ability to make 3 million quid in like
Primark
6
give you some
months.
free
like.
merch or something. Fuck's sick. But yeah, she got, because that went so fucking viral, and then she done the right thing, because a lot of people would have probably just sat back and been like, what do I do? But
Well,
she
you got to
just
capitalise
straight
on
away.
it there and
Yeah.
then. Like if you don't, you freaking miss your wee window.
Exactly, straight away. And then like even if she did, she seems to be prolonging it, like.
Yeah,
But even if it
in
was
the
that
right
15
way, I
minute
suppose,
of
like.
fame, fuck it.
Yeah,
She
that
got in,
guy-
made money, split.
What do you
Okay.
think of those on the street interviews? You know, where they're holding a wee tiny mic and they say,
Yeah, I mean,
They've got a place, but they're like so unoriginal now, I think.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah.
we were thinking about doing it in a way, like, but it's like, how could we get away with doing that in balaclavas without fucking
Getting
you know,
Getting the-
You're not-
getting our kneecaps done in?
that would be a different spin on it. Like,
We were thinking,
I think you're allowed to wear a balaclava, but
are you though?
I don't know.
Apparently so, yeah. But if you're asked to take it off, that you have to take it off or something.
Asked by who?
you do
Just
see
put it back on
people
by
genuinely wearing
authorities.
balaclavas. isn't
Maybe
it?
not in this country, but like Sweden.
Or like, you know, like snoods, you know, like,
Yeah.
Aye,
that
those
sort of
ones,
a thing.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah, especially
Well,
after the
COVID,
masks,
like.
you know. But they're, as long as your mouth's covered, it looks a wee bit
I
maybe.
remember walking into a bank with one of them on.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And a hood.
you meant that on.
No. During COVID or whatever, you know, and around that time, and everyone's just like, "Hi," you know what I mean?
Going up to the
Whereas,
crowd,
like,
you know, with that on.
but if you did it any other time, that was the police getting called. Like,
yeah.
Right enough, yeah. During
what I mean?
COVID, like, you're essentially just wearing a mask all the time. Like.
We've got an idea of like, I don't think it's been done, not in Belfast anyway, of just setting up this podcast on the street of
Okay,
Belfast
yeah.
and just
like louder with Crowder almost, you know?
yeah,
I've
and then
seen
just
that.
No.
he's just a guy that sets up like a.
Is that
he
like
asks-
to change my mind?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Although I
Like
don't know what we
universities and stuff.
wouldn't be asking controversial questions because you know.
What's the crack with abortion, right?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, fucking.
And the balaclava's not enough, boys. Sick.
Yeah, so we're thinking that like
Well, see, like I'm not sure. Like,
Not sure how we get away with that.
well, depend on the location, like how well it would go. You know.
Yeah, me too.
You'd probably have to be a university place.
to not get kicked out. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Probably
Actually.
like the grounds of
idea.
Queens or like in the
That's a
student
good idea.
union, something like
You
that.
ask, you could
You're not
ask
gonna
them,
get beat
couldn't
up in there, like.
you? Yeah, you could ask them as well like, to actually do it there.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Don't
Thank you.
let you.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. There you go. Thank you, Pete. That was Pete. That's
See,
it.
best
Cheers.
guess.
Do you know Daniel Houston?
Yes.
He does a podcast in Queens, so fucking
Right.
message him.
Yeah, well, actually,
okay,
yeah,
that's
because I've seen him doing a good little like on the street, sort of
Yeah.
talking to people stuff. You
His
know.
wee studio's actually in the student. What do you call that?
Union?
Student union.
Yeah. Is he a student? Is he?
Must be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That
or
would
he's
make
got a key
sense.
to the place.
Would make sense, wouldn't it?
Some sort of nonce just walking about.
But nah, those on the street interviews, like there was a nightclub in Belfast got in trouble for it. They had to like take all the content down because like
Why?
it's just like they were asking like fucking 17-year-olds like, have you ever had a gangbang? They're like, yes.
Oh,
And then they're like,
Jesus.
right, you
That's
need
a
to
bit
take
much.
that.
Yes, Lord.
I always wonder like what's the law with things like that as well. Like
Yeah.
if you do a thing on anybody in the street,
think
are you
they
allowed to show their face just
I
without?
think you just. I think public places you have to.
Oh,
like,
because you
don't
can
have to
publicly
ask.
record anybody.
Yeah,
and, you
but
know.
if you ask them questions and shit, you have to ask them, is it okay to post that, right?
Yeah.
I love those videos in America where like people just go into like a police department and just start videoing just
Yeah,
to
they're like,
fucking
"Fuck
wind
you."
the guy up.
Yeah.
It's the most petty thing in the world. Like
Free world. I mean.
it's so
I like it,
pathetic,
though.
but I love it.
I like it. I like
just
it.
love
It
rage
makes me
baiting
happy.
people. Like.
I
It
love
makes
that.
me
Like
happy, like-
they do it as well outside like
Shops and all.
shops.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like film inside the shop, and they're like, "What?"
And they're like, get out of
"What
here.
the
I'm
fuck
like,
are you
"No."
doing? I do my
No.
pizza place.
Like flying like a military drone over someone's business. He's like, what? I'm making a documentary. And you're like,
I'm videoing
you're at it.
people,
Like.
right? Video.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah,
Or I like
absolutely.
people that get stopped by the police and just give them fucking shit because they know they can. You know.
I love the idea of doing that myself, but I shit myself.
That's what I'm saying.
I'd be like,
can't-
yes, sir,
I
no,
can't do
sir.
it. That's why I like it.
Give
Because
them the ID.
I wish I could do that.
Well, at any given time, these boys have like copious amounts of shit in their cars that you don't want to stop for anyway. You know?
Paraphernalia.
None of this now. None of this.
Paraphernalia. Yeah,
you were
like-
sure you were stopped there if there was like an oil.
Oh yeah, fuck me.
There was an oil
right.
fucking spill, and he was just stopped, and he was high to the fucking
and had like
cloud. Look,
Shitting yourself.
70 grams of tobacco in his car.
Paranoid as fuck. That's what it was.
Yeah, you know the.
It's the last people you want to be talking to. Like, oh Jesus.
Or they offered me to stop. Sorry,
Oh, sure
and
didn't
fucking
just stop.
Whatever. Fucking. I just went on and then stopped, and then she was like, "Oh, that means stop," and then I was like, "Oh, sorry," and just
sorry, I'm high.
sorry, I'm high, miss. And she just said, "Oh,
Like, don't unlawfully stop me. Hey,
know
Derry,
where
why are you stopping me? Because there's
Yeah.
oil down there. I don't care if there's oil down there.
I want
you've,
it.
you've
Be
illegally
careful.
stopped me in the middle of a road, or if someone was behind me, they'd have hit me. You know?
Is that the law?
No,
But they don't know that.
they don't know the law.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's it.
I don't know. The police, like, we need them. Don't get me wrong. We need them. Like, we need them.
Especially
The worst episode of Question Time ever. The cops, you know,
Yeah, we need
cops,
them.
but we do need them.
We need them, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes they're alright.
But they are consick.
sometimes they are. Alright, there's plenty of nice ones, like plenty of fucking, you know.
It's just when they have an
ones
off
that would
day, you
actually
know,
even just go
when there's
fuck
just
it,
nothing to do that
you
day.
know.
Every day.
Yeah.
That's what, like, when I was a kid, I always thought it would be fun to be a police officer or like a
Yeah.
crime scene
Yeah,
investigator or
especially
something.
when
Yeah.
you're watching
And then you're
fucking,
like,
American
but
movies, like,
here,
No.
be terrible.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a natural thing, like as a wee fella, like watch cop shows, I'm like that's class, and then it's
Yeah.
like I see if you do it in this country, you have to check under your car in the middle of December, and you're like,
what
Yeah.
saying?
I'm all right, I'll work in the civil service. Fuck that.
We have a friend that's a cop, and I was at a wedding one time, and I was blocked, like, and I was at the bar with him in a bar in Belfast, probably sketchy enough, like. And I was like, "So how's the cop work going? Like, you know, what's the crack out there? You know, fucking cop, and you do." And he's like, just blanked me.
Just shut
and he
up,
walked
like.
away. And I was like, "What a cunt." And then later on, he was like, "Sorry to do that to you earlier on, like, but you know, I can't talk about that, you know, and I've built up air, like, here in front of,
Yeah.
you know, in Belfast, because, you know, God knows who's here." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a cunt." Yeah, fuck that.
Shading themselves, like.
Apparently they have to go like
Really?
Scotland and all for their stag do's.
Really?
Apparently like PSNI and all, like if they're having like a stag do or something, and obviously it's all police officers going to the stag do, they'll not do it here. They'll fuck off to different, like England or Scotland or something.
Have you ever
Is
been
it
on a
really
stag
that
do?
bad?
Yeah, look, well, I was in Bristol there a couple of years ago, and I think that was the last time I really done cocaine.
Really?
Yeah, it was just like that was it. I was like,
Have you only kind of done it since then?
no, I don't think I've actually touched it. I don't think I've actually touched it since then. But it was like, one of those hangovers where you're like, I'm gonna have a heart attack today. Like at some point,
yeah.
like you're just like, right, I'm fully on ringing the ambulance here because it was just like,
What's
it was
Bristol like?
terrible. Yeah, it's actually really nice. It's a great stag do place, like 'cause its nightlife is apparently one of the best in
Because we're
UK.
planning one at the moment. Actually, the last message I read on my phone before I come in here, we're doing like a wee poll in the group chat, trying to decide where to go. So
Yeah,
Bristol,
Bristol's
maybe.
good.
Well, what's cocaine like?
Apparently there's,
fuck
there's a
it.
street in Bristol.
Make you have a heart
It's
attack,
the dodgiest place in the UK. Like
really,
Where, Bristol?
a street in Bristol. Yeah.
Is there? Yeah,
you wouldn't imagine the dodgiest
It
streets
is
in
the
Bristol. Like.
dodgiest,
dodgy street, but
street.
Google can like Google can.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was alright. Yeah, as far as I remember, but I was blocked. Like, but it was actually we done like surfing. There's a big surfing place you go to and all, and then we I couldn't
Bristol?
stand up.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
What do you think? Indoor surfing? Or?
No, it was like a big fucking. It's just in a hotel room.
Just in the sink of a travelodge, 4 bags wiped out there,
Fucking good cocaine, alright.
trying to get a boogie board into a bathtub.
Come on, lads. Look, on stag do surfing. Here we go. Yeah, big outdoor place. It was class, but fuck me, I couldn't stand up, and we were all hungover as fuck. You know, just like sick over the side of the board and all, just fucking standing up. But
Now I'm thinking like Eastern Europe, like
Yeah.
some Latvia.
Yeah.
That would be good now.
Somewhere
That would be
fucking-
crazy.
Somewhere random like that.
That would be crazy.
I've always wanted to go
fucking
like on a
legend.
skiing sort of stag do.
What, like an 80s movie?
He had enough snow anyway. Like this one.
Yeah, we don't have buttons anymore. We should have buttons.
Well, did you have a wee reaction book?
We used to,
Yeah,
but
we fucked it up.
there was an episode we done there where I think it was Paddy McDonnell, and I stuck the wee thing in that has, you know, this SD card. I didn't have it, just the formatted the card, and I was like, fuck, we're not going to be able to do this interview Paddy. So
Have you fucked up any recordings when you've had someone in?
no, fine fuck.
Yes.
Have we?
Shane Todd, we did.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck that
fuck
up.
yeah, right.
Fuck that up, and that wasn't
camera.
recording 4K, it was recording in 1080.
So it
And it
looked
just-
fucked. He looked like an AI fucking character.
Really, 1080 was that bad?
It was just because
It's
of the
bad when
lighting
it's
and all
zoomed
as
in.
well. It just looked fucked.
So
Right,
Fucked that
okay.
up a wee
Very
bit.
distorted.
when that doesn't record in 4K, like, so right now it's taking like
Sorry, Shane.
I wonder. Right, anyway. Sorry, I just had like a wee fucking moment of working on what. Right, anyway, so at the moment it's recording in like landscape, and then we zoom into your face for the portrait. Everything's fucking portrait for clips, you know.
Right.
The wank material.
But when we done that for Shane, it looked so bad because it was zoomed in on 1080p, and we're like, shit, how are we going to fix
Right,
this?
okay, I get what you
so
mean now.
our co-producer put it through this AI thing to try and fix it, and it looked. We put one clip out like that, and like we got a couple of comments just going, "Why does Shane look like a fucking
mannequin.
like Super Mario or something?" You know what I mean? No, so we're like, shit. So we fucked that
He
up.
already looks like an NPC as it is. And then you're like putting through like computers. Like, what the fuck? I can't expect.
Fucking full on Sim Todd. Yeah. So
But other than that, not really. You know, like we haven't completely not recorded something or
there's a
anything,
few
you know?
like
Yeah.
we had like last week we had a false start with your man Crawford, but it was only a minute before I realised that, like, shit, I didn't hit record, you know. So yeah, we're lucky enough that way. Like, but we like it's not very professional at the moment.
No.
Maybe when we're in a big studio and we're getting fucking paid for this,
We
and it's
are a big
actually
studio, look at it.
oh yeah, look at
Big
this.
studio, like.
I class would be if you could just like turn up, sit down.
It's cool.
Yeah,
It's all
set out for you.
in the press.
Agree with that.
If
never
you
have
had the
to see
money to just be like, you do that, you do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I do most of the time.
Yeah.
You fucking
Pretty much like what you did.
I just realised I'm the guest. That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
But I think like the likes of Joe Rogan and all, isn't it? Like they're just he's not thinking about anything. He
I
just
don't know how
turns
he
up.
records for like 3.5 hours.
It's
Some of
mad,
them
like.
are four and a half. I think was the
Why the
longest
fuck,
one.
man?
Like,
And he doesn't,
Mad,
yeah.
Why does everyone have
It's not
attention
edited.
span for that?
No.
not edited or
I do
anything.
not have the attention span.
I don't know what
Why is
they're
I'm
talking
watching
about.
40-minute TikToks and I'm skipping through it to get to the point? That's 40 seconds long.
You'd need.
My brain's cooked. Like,
That's what
you'd need
TikTok's trying
something
to do
like-
this.
You need
fucking
some
like-
meals in between and fucking piss,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
piss
Ah,
breaks.
fuck. Well, they take
Smoke
piss
breaks.
breaks and all, and then they're just smoking
Smoking while they're
while they're
talking.
doing it. Like.
I suppose
And then I
that's alright,
suppose some of the conversations
smoke while you talk.
sort of need that long. You know, it's not this. It's like they're talking about fucking history. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Or
some of
fucking
the
whatever.
guests are so niche.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
An expert on like a specific like rainforest in Moldova, and you're like, what the fuck? Like,
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
How are you getting 4 hours out of that?
Crazy. Like.
It is strange. Like, I don't
suppose
know.
every episode can't be a hit, like, you know.
Yeah, true. I'll
Just
go
like-
see today.
Just like
One of the fun,
it's just like 60 episodes of this.
most
Not
recent
61. The
ones
61st
I'll
is the
always
one.
say is that Terrence Howard fucking one.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Howard.
He's like that fucking actor out of Iron Man 2 and shit.
Remember
Right, okay.
he was War Machine before they replaced him with Don
I'm one of
Cheadle.
these guys who hasn't seen any movies.
Yeah.
No, well,
You give one a watch. They're all right.
he's
They're meant to be good.
Any
like,
movie ever.
Some of them were alright.
They're catching on them movies.
Start with Citizen Kane or something.
No, don't. It's actually not that good.
but he's like a supposed mathematical genius in his
Yeah.
own fucking kind of way.
In his
you
own
know?
world.
Right,
But
okay.
what he's done is he's sort of said that you know the 5 platonic solids for maths
Yeah.
and everything's straight lines.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? He's trying to say that there's no such thing as a straight line in nature.
Right,
So
okay.
the platonic solids are not right. And how can 1 times 1 be 1? You know what I mean? It's not because a
Feels like it's 5 in
reaction.
the morning. We're in a kitchen.
A reaction
Know what I
has
mean?
to
Like,
have a
trying to
reaction.
surfboard.
You know what I mean?
They had a guy on. I can't remember his first name, but his second name's Cho, and like he's like Asian looking, but like he's
He's
American.
an artist.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy.
yeah, he's class, like.
Have you watched his clips?
Yeah, he's
about him
cool, like.
fucking like hitchhiking and all.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. The guy's
like,
gonna like he was in a car with a murderer who decided not to kill him that night.
fucking
Wasn't it?
insane. Like, but he's like
Mad.
just like
Okay.
he says like when you go hitchhiking in America, like you spend like hours in a car with somebody. And see when you're about to get out of the car, the guy realizes that he's never going to see you again, and he just tells you like his deepest, darkest
Mad
secrets.
shit,
Like tells
yeah.
you like, I like raped my sister once and all. And
Yeah.
like, what the
Jesus
fuck?
Christ.
Like,
Yeah.
That's
Jesus.
all.
the most
Crazy, like.
scaldy stories ever. Like,
Crazy, like. And then do you know how he got rich? He's like a
No.
multi-millionaire. He's an artist, right? And he was in the Google building before
Right.
they were big. And he was just, I can't remember why he was there. He was there for some reason. And he just done like graffiti, spray painted graffiti on their wall. And then Google obviously became Google. And then they paid him like fucking, I think it was 50 million or something for the piece art he done
serious?
in the thing, aye. Yeah.
Fucking hell! Did you ever watch
Alright,
Exit Through the Gift Shop?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Banksy documentary.
That was
Yeah,
fucking
that was
class.
good, like. That was a good
Remember
one.
if I
That
was?
was lethal.
Did they ever get to the bottom of who he is? Like,
Don't know.
They must know. Like,
I think
People
there's
are like
loads of
stealing all this
theories.
shit now, you see it?
oh really?
Yeah, you know, like people are rioting a wee bit in England. They're just like knocking
Right, a
down.
wee bit. Just a bit of ball.
Just a wee bit.
Nothing compared to here. Like, you know,
They're
just-
they're knocking like down walls and stealing Banksies and shit. You know.
Right.
Do you find people try to work out who you are?
maybe
the
not as
balaclava.
much yet. Like, maybe not as much yet. But a wee bit, yeah. We don't, you know, we're not the biggest
You run
podcast.
around
like,
telling
but-
everybody. Fuck.
I know he's the worst.
He's
like.
the worst.
He is the worst for it. Like. He wants everyone to know. There's no
literally-
part of him
he
deep down there. I need people to
Like-
know.
I
who am.
don't need
Why
people to
don't
know. I
wear them?
just think it's when I'm in a certain situation, I'm not going to wear my mask in front of people.
Yeah, you don't have
We
to wear your
sort of
mask,
wear
but you
them
can
to keep
just
our jobs, right?
deny.
And
Yeah.
he's going around telling everybody fucking in the job.
that he works with. No, he's mad.
You know,
Mad
No,
head.
no, they
Do you
just,
bring your balaclava out? You're on a night out and like just
He's
drop it.
mad,
And be like,
man.
oh, I'm not good there.
What is this?
what's that? What's
Shit.
that?
Oh.
Huh? Ever seen that?
You know? Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
I think there's down the line. It's kind of like I just equate it to like Slipknot, right? They don't hide, but still people don't know what they look like.
Well,
you
they do
know?
now. Like.
I
Only one of them.
only
I
know
equated
Corey
to
Taylor
fucking
looks like.
Twin
Yeah,
Peaks
you know what I mean?
and Laura Palmer. You haven't watched Twin Peaks, have you?
No.
No. They should never have killed the golden goose. Like
Yeah.
that killed that show. You know, the mystery of not knowing who
Yeah,
killed
that's
Laura
good.
Palmer.
Is that what
was
that's
the thing.
called? A golden goose? Like a wee thing that you don't know?
Yeah, so it's like the golden goose. That was like the thing that was keeping everyone watching. It was laying golden eggs every week. Everyone was watching. They needed to know who this fucking person was. And then the producers of the show were like, "Nah, fuck that. Tell who it is," you know. And it ruined the
Yeah.
show. Ruined it.
Yeah. Well, no, I get that, but also get that there's a level to it where it is just fucking hard to control because Slipknot, right?
True.
I'm just gonna go with Slipknot. They say where they're from. You know, people still don't know what they look like, except for the front man because he takes his mask off in another
Yeah.
band anyway.
Yeah.
You know, but or Blind Boy, you know, he doesn't say where he's from, but he still walks about without it, and he just fucking, you know, just
Aye. But
everybody knows where he's from, and they know where he lives. Even
The reason that people don't know who he is because he doesn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
They're like, "Are you blind boy?" No.
yeah, but he doesn't wear his mask
You know?
out there.
Yeah. And if
You know.
someone goes to him, "Are you blind boy?" He's like, "No."
Well, if he's in
And
a
then that's
green
it.
room for the
You know what I mean?
Blind Boy
Yeah,
gig
but
he's
that's-
doing,
we're not
that's
talking
what I'm saying.
about that. We're not
That's what
talking
I'm
about that.
saying, though.
We're
That's
talking
where
about
I tell people who I am.
People you work with.
Yeah,
How's that a green room?
that's a fucking my
You
green
nut.
green room of life.
Here, are you doing this here podcast? No. Okay. And then get on with your day.
But it's more than like an anonymity thing for you guys. It's almost like it's like an image.
That's
It
what
is,
it
that's
is
what
now.
it
It's
is.
literally an image. Because I
like-
said, someone was like, I'm doing that for Brors podcast. I go, not sure what that is. And they're all, is that the one with the the red balaclavas. Oh yeah, like so they like
Yeah.
That's what it
sticks in
became.
people's heads.
That's what happened.
Definitely,
Like,
definitely.
Even like comedy clips, like see they have that hot water logo behind you,
Yeah.
or like Lavery's behind you.
Yeah.
It's like an image thing. People
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
click and like
Yeah.
they associate. They know what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
definitely, because
And
like,
there's like, you know, there's the importance of having an image.
100%.
No, we did. We accidentally fell into that because we didn't know what we were going to do because we were just recording audio first.
but that's what I mean. I don't think it was that accidental, because like say we were still talking about doing a podcast when I hadn't even come home from Spain yet. Remember, in that group chat and all, right?
This was like
And then
5
it was
years
like
ago.
4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
And then we were gonna do like music again, but we're like, fuck it, let's wear masks so nobody knows who we are. And then it doesn't matter your age or what you look like, any of that shit.
Yeah.
And I think that bled into the podcast then, because it was birthed from like, okay, we don't want
idea.
people to know who we are, but then we wanted like a mask that was an image. Do you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
would make people watch it. And I think if you're scrolling on YouTube
Yeah.
and you go past 100 people talking shite, and one video's 4 people wearing red balaclavas, you're gonna go, what?
Do you know what the main thing is? The fact they're red. See if he's wearing black balaclavas, it wouldn't be the same.
No.
The red sticks out way
That's it.
more. It's like
I
a
think
fucking
so.
image
I
thing.
think if you think of red and white, this is a marketing thing I found out a long time ago.
Yeah.
Red and white are the two colors that if you look at albums or whatever,
Yeah.
White Stripes, there's a Rolling Stones
Rolling
one,
Stones.
The Strokes. There's so many album covers that are red and white, and it's just a marketing thing.
Yeah.
Fiction,
Apparently.
shit like
red
that
and
as
white.
well.
Look, that's
Yeah,
red and white. Our
white.
logo. Look.
I didn't even fucking notice it. Scared the shit out of it. It does something to your head, like fucking
Yeah.
brain chemically.
I mean, it's not like we're trying to trick people, but it's good to do whatever in this fucking line of work where it's so convoluted and, you know,
And you can have Puff Daddy parties and never get caught.
Yep.
there you go. You know what I mean? Just come in, take a red balaclava, and do what you want.
The viewers can't see it, but behind that camera, there's so much lube. Like
Yeah, that's it.
the slip and slide
Where
trying to
you
get
can
into this.
the
Right?
baby oil, like.
That's how you get in.
Also, he couldn't be using the baby oil as lube because it doesn't, you know,
Doesn't work.
too much baby lube's going to start to like burn. Like there's stuff in it and all. Yeah,
Is there actually?
vaginas.
I
would
thought
be
it was very-
rampant.
Right. I
know
thought it
what I
was
mean?
very.
Not to get too much into detail. I don't want everything all slippery and all that. Carry on. Like,
Just literally sliding.
that's borderline annoying and impractical.
Like,
Do you know what I mean?
I will say, like, I'm, you know, partial to a bit of Vaseline adjacent.
what?
Oh, yeah.
So what way?
Vaseline?
Vaseline's not even
adjacent.
like
That's what Vaseline
Good, man.
adjacent.
Yeah, we have the fuck's sake. Here's
the
my sex
Vaseline
life.
like adjacent to what he's doing.
No, we have this.
Rub it all over your body. Or?
No, we have this. Oh, Jesus Christ, why am I saying
You're
this?
regretting saying that now, aren't you?
We have a cream.
Who has a cream?
Me. I'll just say me, right?
I'm
have a
picturing
cream?
Frank from Always Sunny. When
Yeah,
he,
that's
like
what it
turns
is.
into the slug,
I just climb inside her and just
the snail.
just start doing fucking Dance Dance Revolution inside her.
Please continue.
Right.
You're
So
not-
we have
I'll go through
it's
with
like
this, are
a.
you?
It's a very. It's pretty much scented Vaseline. And
Oh,
it's
what's the
great.
scent?
Honey.
Right.
Right, okay.
It's
So when
me.
you have sex, it smells like Cheerios. Like
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
peanut butter.
it does. Tell you, my dick smells like fucking sugar puffs for days.
What the fuck is happening right now?
He calls you the honey monster.
Sugar puff.
Thank you for saying
I can't
monster.
even think of jokes because I'm so shocked. Oh,
Yeah, so
Wait, what?
that's what we use. It's
Is
like
it those that like that moisturizer? It comes in a tub about this size. and
it's literally Vaseline, but
But Vaseline's quite thick.
yeah, but
what
it's,
I mean.
see when it's on.
But here, you know,
Vaseline. That's prison lube.
Yeah,
Prison.
it works.
That's what
No,
they
that's
use in prison. That's spit. That's spit.
Hawk to it.
That is spit. Fuck's sake.
No, it's great. I have to say, it's not.
Vaseline.
We don't always need it. Like
Here's this. How the fuck long does it take you to get Vaseline off your dick after? There's no way that's coming off easy
Bit of hot
because
water
it's
soap.
water resistant
It's all
But you know what?
oily, is it?
yeah, you know what? Protective as fuck.
against
Everything. It's like
contraception.
condom of lube. Like,
I think it actually is.
Vaseline on.
I think it is.
It's all right, baby, I
I've
got
actually been
Vaseline on my
looking it
dick.
up.
You ain't get pregnant tonight.
I've been looking it up, and we have been trying for like years. Not really, but like on and off. And I have read like certain things like that can't stop.
Really?
Yeah,
Vaseline
can stop. Yeah,
can stop.
Can stop. You getting
Nobody
pregnant.
listen to that.
Look it up.
Because
Give it a
people
go.
will be like, oh, fuck it, we don't need
not gonna
condoms.
help
They
you.
said you just
Population
use
just
Vaseline.
shoots up.
Fuck it.
The Vaseline fucking incident. The fucking 2024. I'm a
The
Vaseline
Vaseline
baby.
incident.
I'm a Vaseline baby. You know, just.
Oh, fuck's sake. Like,
When were you born? 2025. Oh, we Vaseline.
really, Vaseline, baby. The Vaseline boom. of
Actually, no, they
2025.
didn't have Vaseline. Vicks was a Vicks baby.
Vex is class.
Terrible.
Not on your dick, but
No, not on your chest.
That's a torture.
on your chest. Imagine your dick could breathe after that. Like,
I just goes fucking VO2 max on your dick.
no, like lube's
This
not
is me
really
on 5 gum.
nothing that I've really come into.
I
You don't need it.
I haven't really.
You don't always need it, but
Yeah,
it
I've
is.
never really.
Sometimes it's like,
I don't fuck with it.
don't fuck
Yeah.
with it.
It's the same with Americans and wanking. They all use moisturizer to wank. It's like, it's weird.
It's a lot of
If they
things you'd
a
see in like
moisturizer
American
bottle-
Pie movies and stuff, isn't
like
it? Like,
you see a moisturizer bottle in an American movie, they're like, "What were you doing? Jerking off in here?"
yeah, I don't
jerk
get
it
that.
off.
I don't get
So
that.
what
like-
is it like?
And we don't. We
You
dry
know why?
wank. We
Here-
can dry wank.
Theory,
Why?
you know why?
Dry
They don't have
dog?
foreskin.
So it's-
Oh,
They don't have foreskin.
But I
They need-
naturally don't have
they need-
foreskin.
Well, yeah, but you still have something to pull back with.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so
So what are you pulling?
what do you
back
mean
on?
you never
What
had
are you
one?
pulling back?
No, like it's just like
naturally
my foreskin
it's
doesn't
pulled
cover
back a
my
bit.
head. It just my head's out. Like
Okay.
So what? So how do you wank?
In the crack.
Without,
I don't.
Without lube?
I don't wank.
Oh yes, he doesn't wank.
I don't wank.
He's
does
a
not.
How
master
did,
of
how
his
did
domain.
you wank?
Yeah.
How did I wank back in the day? Just dry.
Not hurt.
No,
What do you do?
I can try, but I have foreskin.
I do have
I
foreskin.
can
It's
go
just
it
obviously
up and down.
I can go at it.
It's not hugging my head to death.
You might be on something with the foreskin theory. Here, what's the crack? Why are all Americans circumcised?
I don't know.
I don't know.
If it's not all a religious thing,
I've said this before, I think, on this podcast. I know what they're doing with it. They're using baby foreskins for moisturizer, anti-aging cream. So they've tricked everyone into
and
getting...
then you're having sex with that fucking cream. Circle of life.
Just recycling, like. So, it's
But I
good.
think they've all been tricked into giving up their baby foreskins, and then people, it's in anti-aging
It
cream.
actually is, yeah.
It actually
There
is.
actually is an anti-aging cream, which is strange.
They
Hillary Clinton's
mush
just
all the
using it.
foreskin
There you go.
down
That
and
might be
put
it.
into cream, and then people put it on
Because
the
yeah, even I watched a clip of Chris Di Stefano talking about it.
Di Stefano.
Di Stefano, whatever you call him.
Di
And,
Stefano. Maybe it is that.
have you heard of him? Yeah.
Yeah,
Comedian,
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
he was just talking
Chris
to some
Chaos.
random British guy that was in New York at one of his gigs, and we were just talking about that. And he's like, he has foreskin, and he doesn't, and he's what,
Said you
Irish or something?
Didn't believe
Or Italian,
me.
sorry.
Italian?
He would be Italian. Is he Jewish?
Oh, he's Irish.
Irish Italian. isn't
Irish
he?
Italian,
Yeah.
aye.
So
Irish Italian Jew.
Irish Italian Jew.
With a Venn diagram.
Me, like, Jesus Christ, the trifecta. Jesus.
So did you all do? Were you all in a band together before this?
yeah, except Martin.
No, just that free look.
He was supposed to learn drums, but he never did.
Yeah.
Bought him drums, and he just looks at them.
What sort of band was it?
First of all, it was like original music. Like we'd done
Like rock and shit.
we'd done.
We've done
fuck,
all
what's-
around
what's the
like
word I'm looking for?
Belfast and stuff.
Words,
Around
man, words.
Belfast and kind of.
We'd done
all
the circuits
the
in
pubs and
Belfast with
shit
like the
and-
likes of Search Party and all, you know, those
Yep.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that's
played with
it.
them a couple of times.
And the Empire in a couple of weeks. I might actually go see
Yeah,
them.
yeah, they're
Yeah,
good.
they were
like,
good.
sweet.
They were good.
They're sound,
Shout
like-
out fucking
Search Party.
you.
And then after that was sort of like disbanded and started like trying to do weddings and stuff.
Yeah, but I'd love to get into doing like weddings and like wedding DJ and stuff.
Yeah.
Is it a nightmare?
Well, I mean, as a
can
DJ,
be.
it might be different.
I think
but
I think being a wedding DJ is kind of
Good money, like,
nightmare.
but it is a nightmare.
Still a nightmare if I think if you're
Yeah.
a DJ, because you still got to just be there
it depends.
until that time.
If you're the DJ after the band, you will have to be there till like 1 o'clock at least.
Yeah.
So
You
you're
know.
there from like probably doing your DJ set 11
to
to
like
1
1 or something.
10 to 1, 11 to 1, and then you're away. But it's
But as long as
if
the
you've got
money's
an easy,
good, you know, if,
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
what I'm
getting
thinking,
enough,
like,
if you're getting enough
you
clients,
could charge
and
about
stuff,
£500-600 for that, like, because
Easy, like.
yeah, because it's a wedding, because it's a wedding, like, and if you have an easy setup, easy pull down,
Huh?
easy pullback, you know, just make sure you have foreskin.
Yeah, just bring the honey lube.
You'll be alright.
Why, honey?
I don't know.
Fuck that.
It's a danger aspect. It's all part of the kink.
That's a risk. Yeah.
Can't do it without it now.
Oh, fuck's sake.
I just go down and get regular honey now if I don't have any.
Oh, now imagine using regular honey.
Jesus.
That'd be a fucking nightmare.
That'd be
That'd be like
sicky,
dog
yeah.
sex or something. You know, like dogs get stuck together.
Oh no! Like,
You want to do it on a summer's day when there's like bees about.
Fuck's sake.
Oh.
Or birds.
Right enough. Fuck's sake.
imagine
What
it
would
all
be the worst thing
crystallizes
to
and-
use for lube?
Worst thing
possible.
for
Not all the
Hang on,
shit.
he's up there.
Liv. Shit.
Well, yeah.
Dog shit.
Dog shit. Oh, come on, man.
I mean, we can play that game, but it's going to be a short game.
And do you know what's funny?
You know what's next? Like,
Someone's done that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I.
dogs.
Horse fucking off.
Dogs fucking do
We're
it
actually
on
talking.
accident.
We were talking about a guy from Australia, or I don't know if he's Australian, but he lived in Australia. He was like a crocodile hunter, and it wasn't that one.
Yeah.
And he like tortured and had sex with dogs.
Oh, no.
Said he was like an animal expert, you know, and he had all these dogs. Remember we talked about this?
Fucking hell. Was this like a weird news story thing?
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, I don't know how you don't, but I can't remember his
Probably
name.
suppressed it.
Can't remember his name, but he was like an animal expert. He worked with animals, and then he kept like a fucking
Bear Grylls?
house.
But he
Yeah.
didn't harm his own dogs. He looked after
Yeah, he had his own
He
dogs,
loved his own
but then he
dogs
had
and
like a
didn't
house
hurt
full
them.
of like 30 dogs. He just tortured.
That's
and
his
raped.
mentality. Like, in that.
Fucking wanker. Like,
Technically, in the Bible, if you own something, you can do whatever you want to it as long as it doesn't die.
Yeah, that's
If you own it, like-
he must be religious, man.
So, like, if you own a slave, you can just
He's
feed it.
fucked up, that's
with
what it
a- with a-
yeah.
And did he use dog shit as lube?
We had to.
What do you mean?
Where else he putting it?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
They were all male.
Were they all male dogs?
I
were
don't
they?
know. I don't know.
Has any desire to go to Australia?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Fuck, they fucking
to
dogs.
to be honest, you know what?
Barking
No.
up the wrong tree?
No, actually,
I-
fuck Australia. I nearly moved there once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I would love to go
Fuck
for
that.
You sound like I was by
holiday.
accident.
It was, you know, it nearly,
Oh, fuck me, I accidentally moved
I
to
nearly
Australia.
got there. I was like,
Thank
hang
God I
on,
copped
hang
up.
on.
Fuck this.
But no, like, think about it. Everything in Australia, except the people, are cunts, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, look at even their magpies. They're not just chill magpies. They just attack you.
Right.
Like, they steal people's, like, false eyes and all. Like, try and, like, if you're walking down the street with that chain,
Well, this
they'll try and...
well, this
do you know what I mean?
£40 chain.
To a magpie, that's
Maybe not that
fucking-
one, but
Yeah. You know what I mean? The take it, go, fuck that, put it back on.
But everything, you know what I mean? Like,
Aye,
spiders,
poisonous
fucking
shit.
this, aye,
that would be the
fucking
main reason.
fuck
Like,
that,
but
like,
it's a nice
not-
country.
It's
I
not.
actually-
It's not a nice. It's just the coast and then
Yeah.
desert.
Yeah.
To me,
You know what I mean?
I would enjoy the animals. I think I just love animals.
Dirty
It'd be-
bastard.
Fucking dirty
You
bastard.
heard about that dog? He's like,
Oh, aye.
Australia.
Oh, fuck, aye.
Is you bucking a spider?
Do spiders have vaginas?
Must do.
Spiders.
Flag us.
This is where we need a wee producer behind the camera. Google that. Pull that up.
Do they though?
Spiders have
Google
vaginas.
image
I don't
spider
think they
dudes.
do.
What do we spider to cover here? See?
I'm
I
very
don't think they have
interested
vaginas.
to know what a spider vagina looks like.
I don't think they have one.
No.
I don't think they have one.
Well, we already talked about pigeon sex.
That's a cloaca, but that's easy. But think of something that has an exoskeleton and lays egg
Here,
sacs.
from that pigeon thing,
Oh,
right?
here,
Do you
just-
know pigeons don't have dicks? Male pigeons don't have dicks. We were talking about this with Dave Elliott, and we never got to the bottom of it. But I searched afterwards. So a male pigeon has a cloaca, just the same as a female
what?
pigeon.
A cloaca is like a hole.
Sounds like an
that
Irish
does
girl's name. Harvey Cloacas confirmation.
I was shifting cloaca last night at the club.
Cloaca O'Hare. So
It's a multifunctional hole, so it's for like shit, piss, and eggs.
yeah, it's
Oh,
one
right.
hole, one hole for everything to rule them all.
One hole to rule them all. Darkness, bind them.
One hole to rule them all. Anyway, so a male pigeon rubs his cloaca on the other
Cloaca.
and that's
Yeah.
how they do it.
That's it. Just
And then
leave
so
it.
his semen comes out of that
some
cloaca.
sort of-
Strange.
Here, guys.
Yeah.
Love is love. You know what I mean? You know what I
You
mean?
know what I mean?
Fair play to them.
When a pigeon loves
I'll not
another,
knock them.
just don't fuck them.
Just rubbing their clits up against each other. Then.
No, there's no clits.
No clit.
Like, just
It's a
cloacas.
clitaca.
No.
Clint Eastwood? No, it's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
so spiders don't have vaginas.
How do we get out of this cul-de-sac?
You ain't getting out of this one.
I think we'll just have to stay down here now.
Yeah. So what other
Ring
animals
a
fuck
taxi.
weird? Like what in your like? So obviously most mammals would probably have a dick and a vagina, but like what's the weirdest animal?
Is there not something fucked up with seahorses?
I like the males.
The males
What
give
is it
birth.
about
them?
Yeah, the
Is
males
that what
give
it is?
birth.
Yeah.
Does
Why?
that not make it a female? Then? I don't understand that.
Exactly.
2024. So
Strange.
Don't you
And
dare
bees
assume
as well.
Don't you dare assume a seahorse's gender, mate.
seahorse can be what he wants, right?
Males can get pregnant.
What they want. Sorry.
Bees as well. When bees have sex, they die.
Do
The
they?
male one dies.
Do they?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when they sting you, they die as well.
There's a
Yeah,
certain,
yeah.
there's a
This as well,
certain
the woman
spider that gets
fucks a
ate
man
by
up.
its fucking
Yeah, spiders
children.
too. Yeah.
But that's not the most fucked up. Like, what's like?
Imagine we were narrating like Planet Earth.
Like,
out fucking straight
like-
nothing and all.
It's all,
Us instead of David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that's a
there's a
sketch.
fucking
Takes this
monkey
wee
now.
spider doot and all. Like, he's fucking damn fat and all. Like,
oh, fuck, that would be good, actually.
There's the name of the episode.
Spider Doot. That's a Marvel movie, you'll not see.
Spider Doot. Spider Doot.
Jesus Christ. That's a good one.
The Spider Doot.
Fucking hell.
There we go. Maybe we can get out of that cul-de-sac.
So, who would be your favourite comedian?
The black taxis brought us out.
The Segway King.
That's like when you're on a really awkward date and you're like, well, so what's your favourite colour? Northern Ireland or...
Oh,
No,
just in general, across
the
the board,
history of
dead or
alive or
alive.
dead. Whatever
Let's
you
say
want.
we've said this to a few, so don't say Northern Ireland.
nobody in
Just
Northern Ireland.
you know.
Growing up as a kid, it would have been like Peter Kay, which is the classic one.
Yeah, it's classic,
Probably
yeah.
would have been Lee Evans as well, but then he sort of
Amazing.
kind of grew out a wee bit.
Lee Evans is like one of those comedians. It's kind of like Peter Kay as well. They appeal to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Comedy's just all
common
England.
comedy,
Fucking
like
just
common ground.
Used to
comedy, you know.
love Lee
Funny
Evans.
people.
Used
There's
to
common
love
ground
Yeah.
there for everybody, you know.
Yeah.
It's hard to look past Cameron Bridges though, in my
Aye,
opinion.
great.
Like
Like
for
him,
our generation, like
He is
he's just
great,
the
like.
best. Like
He is great.
Yeah.
Do you ever see his wee stories he does on Instagram?
no,
He writes wee stories are fucking class. Like the last one was about this guy shitting himself at his brother's wedding or something.
Right.
And it's just wee stories, and it's just the way he writes it in his Scottish twang, you know, the
Yeah.
whole thing. Fuck, it's hilarious. Like
I love Lemmy as well. He's not
Lemmy.
like a proper stand-up, like,
But he's
like,
fucking funny.
he's one of my favorite
he's
comedians.
so
like,
What's he
influential
even
to me.
at?
Like
All his videos are now him just playing like games.
Yeah, he
It's
does streams,
so
yeah.
funny. Like
He's a Twitch
Yeah.
But like, he doesn't even
So
play a
funny,
game. Well, he does play games, but half the time, like he'll throw up like a half an hour video of him like
yeah.
doing like a tier ranking of like UK chocolate bars. And That's the most entertaining thing ever.
or
Like.
just roasting Cilla Black for a fucking
Oh,
hour.
yeah. Surprise, surprise. He's fucking obsessed with it. I
He's a
love it.
funny guy. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
do
very
love
funny.
that.
he doesn't even have to try. Like,
No.
Yeah, I
it's
love
just
Lemmy, like.
funny. Like,
Even the Lemmy show back in the day, like I liked it.
Yes,
You
his
know?
sketches
I
are
love
good.
some of
It
the
was really
jokes
funny,
were
like.
hit and miss, but it was just fucking class.
Oh, I'm definitely,
A
yeah.
lot of them were missed
Back
because his
asleep.
humor's like so
Fucking back
fucked
asleep.
up. Yeah, like some of like, do you ever just get people's quotes just locked into your life?
Lemmy show is like, that's very quotable. Like,
Yeah, fucking back asleep.
Like, yeah, that's
what I
like,
mean?
we have like our buttons just used to be things that were so niche, only meant things
What
to
do
us.
you have?
We had don't have them anymore.
Bit
We
of,
had
bit of Spanish blood in you.
Have you ever
have that?
You ever
What's
watch Hardy Bucks?
Yeah, I've
Remember those
seen,
guys?
I've seen bits and bits.
There was a guy from that. He done a St Patrick's Day skit.
Yeah.
where it was St Patrick on St Patty's Day.
Yeah.
And he just goes to the bar and has a laugh, and there's
really
just
funny, like-
there's so many cool little things in it we do. Like
Who is it?
It's, who do you call him? Francis Higgins.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
watch his stuff.
He's good
He used to
with-
make like sketches for like Russia Today or something.
Right?
Really?
Right.
You remember that?
Russia Today.
Yeah, like something mad, like funny, like news thing, and they were fucking hilarious. Where like he'd go to like the grounds, like fucking Westminster, and he'd like troll interview Michael Gove, and they were fucking hilarious. Like
Fuck no, I've
I
never
used to
seen
watch
them,
them every
actually.
day, like after
He is
school,
good,
like we 4-minute clips. I'm pretty sure it was for Russia Today.
Yeah, he's
class.
class.
It's called like the Vipers News or something.
RT, is that
The
still
Viper,
on,
that's what he is. Yeah.
Is that still on?
Don't know.
That news channel?
It was online, like. What's it like?
Russia, like actually for Russia, no.
It's that news channel. RT,
I'm pretty
Russia
sure it was
Today
for
news.
Russia Today. RT News.
It's like an alternative news channel
Yeah.
that, you know, don't.
It's basically like not like Western
yeah,
biased.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah.
Is it like the Onion or something like that kind of?
No, it's a serious thing. Like,
No, it's
Right,
it's
okay.
it's genuine. Like,
it's legit. No, it's just not part of the umbrella of like
Al
PC
Jazeera.
and-
Do you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
sort of a thing. It's like a
that,
genuine
yeah.
like news company, but it's just not like
Right,
Western.
mad.
Or is it
focused.
just making clips for them? Or
It was like wee funny clips, yeah.
That's
remember
hilarious.
Collectivate? Were they from Russia? Or
No, they were like Dutch or Swedish or
Swedish or
something.
fucking?
They were like
They
a
were funny, like.
Dutch Swedish sketch sort of guys that more done music than anything. They
Right,
were
okay.
class.
They were funny. Like
Should look them up. Look, Collective.
Did you ever think about
Yeah, I
doing
love
like
them,
comedy music?
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I started doing before anything. I was doing like Kieran Bartlett kind of stuff. See you later, Martin. That's Martin.
Martin, see you later. Cunt.
All the best,
Fucking-
fucking not pissed.
I knew there was some. I knew there was some. I knew there was something up with him. He's doing his wee set forward. play with his mask. He has the bladder of a fucking pygmy mouse.
Squirrel.
But yeah, so I started doing comedy music, and I done like 4 gigs. Last one was in the Pavilion,
Right.
And I died on my arse
Of course you did.
because
Pavilion's a fucking.
they just weren't
tough
set up.
gig, like.
Yeah, they just weren't set up for music.
So
So
you a guitar?
I was guitar and sang, and I just done parodies of like famous songs.
Yeah.
Like Hey There Delilah turned into Hey There Big Lila. It's like this
Yeah.
Belfast sort of thing.
That was fun. Tell you what, you
Some
done
of them
I heard a couple of gigs you'd done. Some of them were good, like. But
I was young and I didn't
don't
really know
think-
what the fuck I was at
don't think in
yet,
the
you know?
Pavilion that time was set up for your guitar or something. So
No, well, like they just weren't set up for a guitar. No one could hear the guitar, so I was singing, and then I was like trying to like hold them both in, and it didn't work. So I just stood up and tried material.
And a stop ladder.
Just like a little bit. And I didn't have any material plan. I just
Yeah.
tried to wing it. And I was like, oh.
It's an awful feeling, that, isn't it? When something doesn't go well and you've got no backup plan.
And I was too young to know that happens. You know,
Yeah.
I was like 18, 17, and I was too young to be like, oh, that's what happens. I'll get back into it, and it'll eventually get better. So
Would you get back into it?
I am. Well, I've done a few gigs stand up now, like,
Yeah.
which I
I
never
didn't want
did.
to say that in case you didn't want people to know, but you are back doing it, yeah?
No, yeah. I was doing. I met you in the
Yeah. RB Comedy Club.
RB Comedy Club. I'd done a stint there. That was actually not too bad. Wee night, like. But
It's a good place to come down, just fucking throw shit at the wall.
yeah,
And see what sticks like.
It's good because the first 2 gigs I died on my arse, as you do, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm old enough now to be like, obviously, why would I not?
I'm a big boy.
Yeah. So, but then I done like best of 3, and I'd done really well, and I was like, fuck, this is okay. I might actually
That's
be
good, 'cause
going
they can be
somewhere.
tough
Like.
as well, because
Yeah.
during the afternoon,
Yeah.
sometimes they can be ropey. Like, so if you did well there, that's
Yeah,
a
I
good
was
sign,
like that put a wee.
give you a bit of confidence.
Yeah, and I was like, right, this might be all right. And it's always to like do something for this podcast. You know, it's all to. What the fuck words? I
Are
can't
you
get words
alright?
today.
Have you had a
Like-
TBI today?
You know what? I actually had
A
creatine.
traumatic
on
brain injury?
I had creatine and all that because they're supposed to give you good brain function.
Good brain.
I ain't got a good brain.
Did
No,
you ever
but-
give it a go?
Huh?
Did you ever give it a go?
No, Gareth done it first. You can't have us doing it.
Oh, you can't be
no, I
copied.
done it first. You're not like copy. No, they should like. But I think it's all for this podcast. It's all like an extension of this. Like
Yes, I know what
everything
you
I
mean.
do outside of this is going to be on the page, and it's going to be for this. You know, to
Yeah.
promote this.
Do you want to know what it is? See with us trying comedy, I think you need to want to do it. You know, and
Yeah.
I think you need to.
100%.
That's the thing, though.
I think you
I
need
would
to.
want to do
Would
it.
you want it? Why don't you do
I
it then?
love comedy.
So why don't you
I
do it?
watch Kill Tony
So do
every
it.
week religiously,
Yeah.
but that's not. I don't. I'd rather do this definitely,
Yeah.
and there's no need for 2 stand-ups wearing a red balaclava.
Why not?
Just don't work.
Why not?
I don't know.
Just
I
don't
know what
work.
you mean by that,
It
though.
could,
Like,
like,
'cause there's so many
maybe.
people who just do it for the sake of doing it, and you do actually have to like want
Yeah,
to do it.
yeah.
Like,
you do have
There's
to
no
wanna do
point.
it.
Like, you know, yeah. You know, you would need to fucking.
But it's all an extension of this, and like this is all leading up to live shows. Hopefully someday.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
like
and,
I'm a weirdo in the way I do things as well, the way I get interested in things. So it was the same with music, and it's the same with fighting. Like I'm obsessed with UFC
Right.
and fighting, and I know everything about it, right?
Uh-huh.
And I've watched literally so much of it
Yeah.
that I understand it to a level that a lot of people would never get to because they're just watching people fight, you know.
But you wouldn't want to be one, like,
And
you wouldn't
it's-
want to be in the
but I do
UFC.
in a way, you know, in a way, but not, you know,
to that,
to that level.
extent.
Yeah.
You would like
But
a
it's
wee
the
fight,
same with
maybe?
comedy, exactly. And
Yeah.
it's the same with comedy. Like I'm so in love with it, and I especially like Kiltonia and that group of people in Texas and all that shit.
Yeah.
And I've watched stand up now so much that it gets into you a wee bit
Yeah.
from watching it. That you do have that sort of thing of like, I would love to fucking try that and
Try it.
You get wee ideas and
Do
be
you
like,
know what it
fuck,
is? You
I'd like to
understand
see
the
this, that,
mechanics
and the
of it.
other.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
Some
know?
people don't understand the mechanics of it, like, or like what the setup.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Which fascinates me.
You notice
which
that
I
even
love
when
to
you're,
watch,
when
you
you're
know?
doing a gig, you can tell if the audience are comedy savvy.
Yeah.
Like, if you go to Lavery's, the vast majority of people who go to Lavery's are comedy fans. They
Yeah.
get it, they understand it. So if you go to like the Empire, it's like your man or dad going for a night out.
Aye.
They might
Yeah,
not be
exactly.
comedy
Exactly.
fans.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
notice that in
Funny that,
audiences
like,
and stuff.
in only 4 gigs that I've done so far, I've seen some people now, like, for instance, John Devlin, shout out, he done best of 3, and his jokes were landing like fuck, you
Yeah.
know, because he has this whole big bit, and the thing about his joke is you have to be invested in the start, and then it builds.
Yeah.
And then in the comedy club, I seen him, and he just died on his arse.
Yeah.
And it was the same joke, and I was like,
Yeah, it
"Fuck, it's so
depends,
strange, isn't it? The way that happens."
Depends.
Yeah.
And then what I find a lot of people do
Different crowd,
when I watch stand up as well is they will make a joke way longer than it has to be because they want to withhold a punchline that would have been funnier 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Kill Tony works really well, because everyone's like, how the fuck are you supposed to do a minute of comedy? It's not right. But if you think about it, it helps comedians realize what they can condense into 60 seconds and still be funny.
Yeah.
Because there'll be a guy come out and he'll try and get his joke out in 60 seconds. It just doesn't fucking land.
Yeah.
And then Tony will be like, cut this, cut it, and cut that, and try it again.
He gives them a bit of feedback.
Do you know what I mean?
They're actually doing that in RE Comedy Club.
Oh, they're doing a Kill
Tony spin-off.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kill-
nice.
So that's coming up in the next
Kill
month
RB
or two,
Comedy or
so-
something.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Oh,
Down
nice.
it, like,
Fucking right.
Nice.
kind of like what you were saying. You were saying like you're doing stand-up as a spin-off of this.
Yeah.
I was the flip of that. See, when I did podcasts,
Yeah.
that was like a spin-off from my stand-up.
Yeah.
Stand-up was always like the main thing for me.
I think that's like the fucking smart way to do it. You know, we just
Well, it's
we're doing
not
it all
right way to
backwards.
do it.
I suppose. Like
Whatever one it is,
We
it's authentic
started
to you,
as
isn't
a
it?
group. That's
Yeah.
why as well. So say like if Gareth or me or Martin or David had individually started doing a podcast in a balaclava and was interested in comedy,
Yeah.
it would have been maybe smarter to start as a comedian first and introduce a podcast to promote that.
Yeah.
But because we're a group of people, we can't really all go and do stand up.
You could though. You could do it. Like
You know what I mean?
it mightn't work that well, but you could still do it.
You could go without your
still do it, man.
balaclava and just be you, and you could be completely separate to this, and no one would ever know you're the same person.
But then that definitely wouldn't interest me, you know.
It wouldn't,
because I
no,
want
no.
anything I do in a realm of entertainment or comedy
To be
or
linked to
anything
this.
to
Be a part
be
of
this.
Okay, yeah.
Because this is.
Well, that'll only
the
benefit
source,
this.
you
Like
know? That's
that'll
the
only
source.
benefit this.
Well,
like.
I think
Well, then why not go out
in a
with
good way.
I might just actually do strip shows instead.
It's starting
Yeah.
to sound. It's starting to sound like Jake wants to be a comedian here.
Does sound like it.
come and do double acts with me.
He's coming out as a comedian.
He's coming
Just
out.
stand behind,
Just came
stand
out.
behind Gareth.
Yeah, you know, you should fucking give it a chance. Give it a.
Just
give it a
Laurel
shot.
and Hardy with
Might as
masks
well.
on, just
if you want to do it, give it a
beating
shot.
shit each other on
Fucking right.
stage.
Think about something and think about it.
But eventually, but
you're
It's the same with music.
outlet.
It's like that same thing
Yeah.
with music, right?
Yeah.
We listened to it was if you can remember this, right? Being in my presence when this happened, I didn't start playing music till very late in life,
Right.
You know, and I wasn't very musically gifted. I could just pick up something and play it.
Yeah.
And like even when I listened to a song, I would be like, I can't hear the individual things that are happening in that song, but I listened to the Beatles so much and fell in love with them so much, as Gareth did and David. I was like, I need to know how to play that. And I didn't stop until I could. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like I get into something, or you know, you take something in for such a long time that
Yeah.
it makes you fall in love with it and want to do it, you know?
Yeah.
But not in like, I don't know, it's hard to explain.
But that's why this podcast is working, because
You know?
this is an outlet for that as well.
Yeah, that's
This
what I mean.
Sitting here and talking shit.
Same as like learning music or even fighting or whatever it is for anybody. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And he's planning on doing a live show at some stage?
Yeah, that's the goal.
100%.
That's the goal.
I
That's the
think-
next step.
I
You know what
think
mean? That's next step.
the first like milestone would be like did something like yourself, do the Limelight.
Yeah.
And then the next
Well, maybe
milestone
Lavery's
something
first.
more.
Maybe
Well, I don't
Lavery's
know.
first.
I don't know
We
what's
need to
bigger.
throw-
Lavery's is pretty big. Like.
We need to keep
Yeah.
throwing ideas out there. Like look at Kill Tony. Look at that for an idea. What they had, you know, like to have, you know, fucking people
Yeah.
picked out of hats and all
Like
that.
I was watching that
And
when there was
this
10 people
podcast
signing up,
basically
you know what I mean?
being a fucking also stand up show, you know. And
Yeah, it's
I think that's
possible.
just
Even
such
do it as like a live show
Interesting.
rather than a live podcast,
Yeah.
and just have the podcast as like a segment within the live show.
That's why I
maybe
think-
do like
Thinking that,
music
like,
and
input
sketches
music,
and
yeah,
guests.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why we're doing
We're sort of
sketches,
thinking
and we
that,
do have a song
Yeah.
coming out eventually. And I think that would make us a wee bit different.
Yeah.
The podcast could be a massive part of it.
Yeah.
But we could like
We always thought to
bookend
do
it.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
Bookend it
bookend
with
it,
sketches
exactly. Yeah,
and
we always
music
thought
at the
to do
end or
that and
something.
have we
Yeah.
Yeah,
sketches,
sketches, music,
challenges and
and
shit.
maybe some fucking
Get Jalvis in to do a
guests
cartwheel or
and
something.
shit, you know?
Fuck a few spiders.
Spider dudes up.
Get the honey lube out.
Yeah.
Honey Lube and Spider dudes.
Make a real show of it.
That's our merch.
Into the
Then
devil.
like, you know, as well, I would also like to do like, I like the idea of getting the audience involved as well.
Yeah.
You know, like we challenges or something for like merch or something, like a bong off.
Well,
Bong
A
off.
bong
we
off.
were invited to like a secret fucking
smoke show.
smoke fest show thing where a couple of Northern Irish comedians were there.
Right, okay.
And
Did you hear about this?
No.
it
Like
was like
underground weed fucking party.
Right,
it was an
okay.
underground weed event in a
I'm
certain
not a weed,
place.
yeah.
Them two are. We're not like, but we took edibles and fucking brains went.
My most
nuts.
recent bit that I'm working on at the moment is about taking edibles.
I think I seen that. Yeah.
Did you see it? Yeah,
You've done a bit of it on.
That was probably the first time I did
Yeah.
it.
Can you talk about it or?
Yeah, my fucking brain fell out of my ass, like, and I phoned 999 on myself because, like, I thought I was stuck in my own head, like.
You are.
You always are.
But I convinced myself. It's what you see, like, it's what you see guys like up the town, like talking to themselves, but like, and you go like, "Oh, that wee fella, he's not right in the head." I convinced myself that that's what I was like, and like
Scary,
just
like.
completely freaked out.
Been
Phone
there, like.
999, phone my man Dan off, like,
999.
Yeah.
When you're phoning 999, you know that you're at your worst. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're
999,
talking
sure.
about ambulances or fucking doctors and all, just that's the worst.
that's a whole sort of viewpoint of the bit. It's like it's
Yeah.
told as like the most pathetic drug story ever. Like this fully grown man, but like, help, you know, that's what I mean. Like it's like I'm the butt of the joke in it.
Yeah, I
Like,
think it was like you were saying something like 999 what's your emergency? Are you breathing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you fucking? Are you all right? Hi, I took the weed. Fuck.
Like I
they're like,
remember,
did you inject it? And you're like, no, I had it. They're like, what do you mean you had pills? Like, no, I had chocolate. And she's like, what are you on about?
I think you'll be alright.
Fucking.
Sick. That's like, that reminds me of that Louis C.K. joke about the bat in his kitchen. Did you ever hear that?
No.
And he's like, he had a bat in his kitchen and he was so terrified that he had to ring someone to get it. But then he was like, I'm an adult man.
Yeah.
I can't ring another man
Yeah.
to get a bat out of my house. Like, do you know what I mean?
I heard you said bap to begin with. Rebecca and Bap there, I can't get rid of it.
What the fuck's going on here? Just eat it, mate. No, fucking vegan. Yeah. But yeah, what about yourself then? Any plans after the big old solo show and all? Like if you any.
December will be busy. December's
Yeah.
always busy in comedy. December's mad.
Funny enough,
for
it's
comedy.
busy for like weddings and stuff as well. Like
That's
in
the
music
thing.
scene.
It's work nights out,
Yeah.
corporates,
Yeah.
private parties. Like you make good money, but the gigs are fucking.
Yeah, I've heard every
egg boys,
comedian,
like. Yeah.
every comedian ever.
So I'm getting a few of them in, and it's like, will you do our fucking rugby club's Christmas night out? And you're like, yes, it's going to be a disaster, but
Yeah.
like,
I'll do it.
you'll get good money for it, like, and different Christmas parties. So my show's the 30th of November. Do it. December will be a mad month, and then just fucking reset for the next year, like.
And so you're going to take a wee break again?
Not a break, but cut back on like the stupid gigs because I fucking do some
suppose,
daft
like,
stuff, basically. Driving to like Galway
travelling
and
too far.
back in the same
Probably
night,
not doing anything for
yeah,
you.
gig
on that.
and
We
all,
literally
like-
done that for a gig.
Sure, it's fucking exhausting team,
Oh,
sure.
It
I
is,
said
mate.
retarded.
It is.
I got.
Yeah, it's like if it's not doing anything for you anymore, I think like you've probably made a lot of contacts and all. Like
Yeah.
a lot of doing that at the start is like liaising with people and
100%.
like
It's networking
making those
half the time.
Yeah, that's it. Like, and you've
And
probably
just
done
getting
enough of that.
practice, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's what it is. And then you're coming away from gigs now, and they're like, say you're like traveling to like fucking Dublin,
Yeah.
like a 10-minute gig, and it's like unpaid, and you're traveling back and going like, I've learned nothing from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have learned something from it
At the
2
start,
years ago.
exactly.
Yeah.
But now it's
Exactly.
like I know the crack now. I know what I'm at. So like definitely going to cut back on some of the more silly gigs. But I do things in like years, not like New Year's resolutions, but I started comedy
Yeah.
around Christmas time. So when it gets to the end of the year, that's like an anniversary for me doing comedy.
You've only been doing it under a year, pretty much.
No. This Christmas will be 3 years.
All right, okay.
Funny we do that as well. Ours is August because we started in August. So we've
Yeah.
done
You
a
thinking
year.
like a year?
We
loop?
do that as
I
our
think
sort
in
of
a year
thing.
loop because
Yeah.
I started comedy around Christmas. My birthday is New Year's Day, and then the actual year itself. So anytime a year comes around, I always do like a wee reset and be like,
Wee
right,
reset, yeah.
what's the next plan?
It's a good way to
that's
do it.
good,
Like
yeah.
plan it all out.
Yeah,
like.
so I don't know what I'm going to do next year, but like, whatever we think.
Yeah.
Thinking about actually going over to Austin.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
I
Yeah.
really want to. Like,
Looking to go over there, literally just staying in like a hostel and just like fucking
just go to the
gigging.
comedy
I
mother.
think we
Gigging
should-
like 3 or 4 times a day.
I think we,
and fucking
yeah,
about,
I
like.
think we might do it as well.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
We'll all go together.
Let's do it. Come on, let's do it.
Fuck, fucking right.
Good crack.
I'm gonna try and get over maybe like realistically. What are we in now?
October.
October, right? Summer next year would be realistic for me
Yeah.
to be able to actually go
But
to
I mean,
Austin.
like
you know?
like Pete said, you can stay in a hostel and stuff. Ask people to do a wee mini podcast. Fucking, you know.
Like 35 quid a night
Yeah.
for a hostel.
I would
How
do
much
that.
are the flights to Austin?
About 600. No, you can't fly direct. I know. It's like 350 to New York, but it's like
Is that
600.
return though?
return.
Right.
But you can't fly direct from Ireland, so you have to go. You can go direct from London,
Right.
or you can go like fucking Dublin to like Amsterdam or whatever. But you may as well just do a wee cheap flight to
London.
then
And
straight
then
there.
from London to
do the whole thing. Like,
Yeah. We should do
that
that.
would be
but
sweet,
it is dear. Like, it's dearer than what I thought it was as well. Like, yeah.
But it
Fuck's sake.
depends on like how much work you put in over there and how beneficial you make it to
Well,
yourself.
how long would you just want
for
to
that
go
price?
for? Like, really?
I
would-
regular weeks. Like,
I think I
not
want to go
crazy
for
amount
like,
of time, like.
about 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, just
weeks.
for a fucking life experience. Not that you're going to
No.
fucking make any coin or come back and be like, here,
No, not
talk
coin,
to Tony
no.
Hinchcliffe and he give me a Netflix deal.
Yeah.
Not that's going to happen. You just go like, life experience and like a bit of traveling, like meeting new people. Because that's what I like to do. I used to like just pick somewhere and go do stand-up.
That's cool. Like,
So I used to go like, right, I haven't done London. I'm going to go to London for a week, do a load of gigs.
Yeah.
Did Edinburgh. I did
Aye.
fucking Estonia
Estonia,
in August. there. I
fucking
was
Harry
like,
Maddie's hometown.
went over and did the Tallinn Fringe Festival.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Like doing stand-up to a load of Estonians, and like thankfully it was an English-speaking gig. Like, but
Yeah,
I just,
yeah.
fuck it. Like, I just like
Nice.
doing random places.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're like,
I've sort of
definitely.
done all UK and Ireland now. I'm kind of like, right, well, where's got a good scene that speaks English?
Austin, like, fuck
Texas,
me.
like.
And I
Texas
just
or
want to
New
be
York, like.
in the fucking. I want to be in the
The love
mothership. I
Irish,
want to
like.
see the fucking.
Yeah, the Irish thing might help as well. Like,
Find it kind of funny.
Find
Like,
it funny.
Find it funny.
Found it funny.
Find it kind of funny that
kind of sad.
I can't even remember the rest of it.
Me neither. I didn't want to commit
It's a
to
little
it. That's
bit
got
funny.
to
Just
grow.
feeling inside.
People have been what the fuck, David? Mad World. Go for it. Find it kind of funny. Find it kind of sad. People, the places, and fuck it.
Ah, fuck it.
Clip that.
Clip that. It's like you at the pub trying to sing that song.
Stand up and just fucking wing it. Texas, 30 million people there.
Aye.
That's triple the population of Ireland.
Yeah.
And they still go about to other parts of. You could make your career just in Texas, like
Yeah.
really.
When I was looking at the
comfortably.
flights, one of the flights is like, oh, you can't fly from Ireland to Austin, but you can fly to Dallas. It's like, oh, sweet, no worries. And then it was like, I didn't get a flight from Dallas to Austin.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Get a flight within the
I know,
fucking
like, and I'm
state.
mad.
Like,
That's
it's fucking
big.
nuts. It was like an hour and a half.
It's like 7-hour drive though.
Yeah.
If you're driving, do you know what I mean? And you're
Across
still
Texas.
in
Fuck, like.
fucking Texas. Do
That's
you know
like
what I mean?
2.5 times the size of Ireland. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's fucked
Mad.
up.
Like,
I love to go as well. Just like, the way America's a bit fucking nuts at the moment.
yeah.
Kind of want Trump to get elected and then me go to Texas to see what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
I can't even
This is
tell
how
you how
fucking
much
crazy
I
it
want.
is, like.
How much I would want that.
It'd be funny, like.
for the pure just hilariousness of
Yeah.
it alone, elect him.
I
Fucking
just
elect
keep my
him.
mouth shut.
For stand up, like, alone.
Yeah.
Politics aside, get him elected there.
Also,
Get material.
Yeah.
also, he might be
entertaining.
the only one that won't bring around Armageddon.
Yeah.
There we go.
We'll see.
You know,
You see the
Kamala
photo?
Harris
Actually
is
be the
elected.
savior.
Did you see the
We're
photo
done.
the other day where like you could see the tan on his face
aye.
on the side, like it's fucking class.
why he does everything like this, so he doesn't get tan on his cuffs. You ever see like he opens water bottles and all?
Aye, there's that video of him drinking water. He's like,
Yeah, so he doesn't get all
His wee
the
tiny
tan
hands.
on his fucking.
did you see the
His
clip
hands
of
are
him?
normal
where-
size. Leave him alone.
Did you see the clip of him where he's at the conference and they're all like cheering? They're all like, "Gays for Trump, gays for Trump." And he's like, "Where's gays for Trump?"
my
and they're
gays
all,
for Trump?
"Woo," and he's all, "You don't look gay." Only he can fucking get away with that shit. Like.
Brilliant. Like that's there you are.
Where's
Why
my
would
blacks
you
for
want-
Trump? You don't look black.
They just weren't that black.
Get the Dulux paint chart up. Like, it's marginal.
Come on, the 4 years that Trump was president was one of the best times ever. He was tweeting at 3 o'clock in the morning with spelling mistakes.
Oh, aye, unreal.
Amazing.
Oh, mad, like,
We've never had
He's the
that.
only president to like tweet like a guy who's like off his head 4 in the morning in the kitchen. See that bitch fucker and all like
yeah.
at red
Kim
buttons looking
Jong-un's
very
getting it.
pressable.
we fruit.
Is it like,
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's so good. Like it's so good. But I don't know. He might not win. I thought he was like definitely going to win because of Joe Biden.
and then he
But
stepped
no,
down.
I don't know.
Definitely won't
He
win.
didn't step the fucking.
Oh,
know
well,
what they
then,
done.
yeah.
did.
But it's funny that Joe Biden's like, oh, I endorsed Donald Trump now.
He's wearing a MAGA hat now. See that?
Yeah.
I did like, but you could put a fucking Linfield hat on him and he wouldn't know what's going on. Like.
As long as you give him a 7-year-old at the end of the day, he don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
something to smell. Good old child to smell. Like.
yeah, little sucker.
What's a 7-year-old?
Little sucker. You smell good, little sucker.
Good body on it.
And on that note,
What would the note be? Like,
We'll say no. Pete, it was a fucking pleasure having you on, mate.
Guys, thanks for having me.
Yes,
It's actually
man,
been,
likewise.
it's been great crack.
I know
Yes.
you've plugged it already, but plug it again. Sure,
Yeah,
your
for the
fucking
end of
show.
this.
Yeah, so solo show 30th of November. It's called The Gift That Keeps on Giffen. Some
very good.
tickets left on Ticketmaster. It's going to be a good night. I'm really looking forward to it. I've sold about 80% so far, so there's about
Very
20%
good, man.
left. Don't know
Get
when
your
this
tickets,
goes
bro.
out, but it'll probably
Yeah.
be in about 5 or 6 weeks' time. So
Yeah.
okay.
looking forward to it, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Appreciate
it's been a
it.
pleasure.
It's a pleasure having you.
Cheers,
Thank
guys.
you.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Get on to our patreon.com/4Brors podcast. Plenty more stuff there. Stuff to come, Jake.
Hit up our sponsor, Bud Light Your NI and Baked Potato NI. Fucking legends.
Yep. And yeah, thank you, Pete.
Thank you, guys.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Blip.
To leave the fucking cocksucking cheese where it is.
This magic moment